KUCB Radio here. I'm your host, Brother Jamal, for this segment. Before we get into the this evening's broadcast and this evening's video, I wanted to let you know a little bit about KUCB Radio. We were founded in the 81, 82, around that time. A low-power, non-commercial, non-profit education 10-watt low-power radio station here in Des Moines, Iowa. We were on the air for about 20 years, and we broadcast 24 hours. We had a staff of about maybe 60, 65 people. The founders were Miss Joanne Cheatham, Brother Charles Knox, and they have passed some years ago. They passed. I had the honor and pleasure of working with Sister Hadasha Marion. She was we did co-host on the International Final Call Hour, which was every Saturday. We also took turns doing the African Liberation Hour, which was a show Monday through Thursday on KUCB Radio. And you always hear me talk about Sister Hadasha Marion. I do because we did so much work together here in the Des Moines area, and we, traveled to so many conferences and so many speaking engagements we were invited to. So I had the honor and pleasure of working with her over 20-some years, and it was really wonderful to be able to work with a sister like that who was so elegant in her speaking and just the whole thing, organizing skills and everything. And she was a member of Black Panther Party back in the day. Brother Charles Knox, I had the opportunity and pleasure and honor of working with him, who also was a member of the Black Panther Party back in the day. So we got a chance to work on so many different things, and got a chance to travel to so many different places, so many different countries. So I'm thankful to a lot that I got a chance to work with them. Now, let me move into the subject at hand here. In case you have not heard this, Rutgers University, and you can probably Google this and find out more about it if you want to. Rutgers University just completed a study, and the study was entitled Black Teens Face Racist Discrimination 5 times a day on an average. This is a study that Rutgers University completed this, and we wanted to share it with you on this segment of KUCB Radio. Now, what's so crucial about this study is our black teens and our black youth in today's time that we're living in are experiencing so much racism, race discrimination. And so what the study is saying that Rutgers University completed, the study is saying it can lead to depression. All of this that's going on can lead to depression. And we had one situation, one incident where a young brother, a young black male, I should say. This happened January the 19th. McKinley Adams committed suicide. And they said the cause of his suicide was caused by the school failure to stop racism, racist, sexism, bullying, and all of this. That's what his suicide was caused from. I'll say it again. McKinley Adams, who committed suicide, when they looked at the cause of it, it come from the school and the fact that it failed to stop the racist, sexism, and bullying that was going on. And you see this happening in cases across the country with African boys and girls. You see in this happen. This study that Rutgers University completed, I said to you, number one, the study says that this race discrimination that so many black youth and black teens are faced with, and they're faced with this, the study says, 5 times a day on an average, it can send them into depression. And so the other thing is serious about this is, oftentimes when you have black students, male or female, in a class setting, and in a group setting, where these kind of things are discussed, these kind of things come up as a discussion. This also has a lot to do with the kind of discussions that black teens and black youth have in school. Also, let us be clear, this study also says too, that ages 13 through 17, they use the internet quite a bit. And in using the internet quite a bit, a majority of sources of discrimination behavior is directed towards the black youth oftentimes through the internet. Once again, ages 13 through 17. They are saying that in this study, completed and done by Rutgers University, that the internet is a major source of discrimination behavior directed towards the black youth. And we see so many incidents. I just saw an incident where a young black male in Texas. I saw this at Barbers Hills High School. This is 30 miles east of Houston, Texas. January 23rd, they were saying to this black teen, he was told that he had to cut his dreadlocks in order to walk across the stage in his graduation. And this is one of those prime examples of what I'm talking about, the kind of racism, racist discrimination that goes on to happen with our black youth, males and female. This is, once again, this is something that come right from that social media that we're talking about, that I happen to pick up. Also, it says too, the study also talks about that oftentimes teasing about things such as the hairstyle, as I said to you about, a lot of our young people are wearing afros, dreadlocks, cornrows. Oftentimes our young youth, black youth, are teased about their hairstyle. Oftentimes they are teased about their skin tone. You know, someone can be real black, someone can be in between, someone can be light skinned. And oftentimes the teasing goes on about the hairstyle and the skin tone. That happens. This happens often to our young people. More than what we fail to realize, it happens. All this is a form of discrimination. Also, the other thing that goes on with this, the name calling oftentimes and joking about the physical appearance of it could be a male or female. This goes on too with our black youth. All of this can lead into a serious term of short depression, a term of depression symptoms. That's what they can lead in. Racial teasing. All of this can lead our young people and our youth into a depression. And as I said, we just had a young black male. This is dated January 19th, McKinley Adams. He committed suicide. And they said the cause of this was from the school failing to stop the racist, sexism, and bullying that went on in that school. I don't have the name of the school and all that, but this is one of the things that happen. But these are the things that are happening to our young people. And we need to pay attention to this because it's serious enough that it's going on and it's happening. Once again, I'm reading and sharing with you from a study that was done by Rutgers University, and the study is entitled "Black Teens Facing Race discrimination 5 times a day on an average." That's a loss, y'all. That's a loss for young people to be facing. And it's the study is simply saying this can lead young people into depression. So many of our young people, so many of our youth have not experienced this, have not went through anything like this, and simply don't have a clue or don't have a idea about this kind of blatant and racist discrimination that they see and may be experiencing. It may be happening to them. They don't know how to deal with it. They don't know anything about it. So we have to make sure that we have discussions. We talk about these things with our black teens and with our black youth. This is really important. KUCB Radio. Our motto is "Truth is the wealth of freedom." We communicate to educate and organize. This segment on KUCB Radio is talking about a study that Rutgers University completed. The study is entitled "Black Teens Facing Racist Discrimination 5 times a Day on an Average." That's the name of the study, and it was completed by Rutgers University. The study. So I just want to share that with you. Inshallah, we'll try to get back and bring you more shows and more broadcasts. As I said, KUCB Radio.